magic in this love of ours. Rivals as we all are in the affections of our Reginald, the very hopelessness of our love is a bond that binds us to one another.
Jealousy is merged in misery, while he, the very cynosure of our eyes and hearts, remains icy and sensible. What have we to strive for?
The love of maidens is, to him, as interesting as the taxes.
Would that it were. He pays his taxes.
And cherishes the receipts.
Happy receipts.
Fools. I beg your pardon? Fools and blind. The man loves, wildly loves. But whom? None of us.
No, none of us. His weird fancy has lighted for the nonce on Patience, the village milkmaid.
On Patience? Oh, it cannot be.
But yesterday I caught him in her dairy, eating fresh butter with a tablespoon. Today he is not well.
But Patience boasts that she has never loved, that love is to her a sealed book. Oh, he cannot be serious.
'Tis but a passing fancy. 'Twill quickly wear away. Oh, Reginald, if you but knew what a wealth of golden love is waiting for you, stored up in this rugged old bosom of mine, the milkmaid's triumph would be short indeed.
Still brooding on that mad infatuation, I thank thee, love, thou comest not to me. Far be I free from thy ministration, than dukes or duchesses who love can be. 'Tis Patience, happy girl, loved by a poet. Your pardon, ladies, I intrude upon you. Nay, pretty child, come hither. Is it true that you have never loved? Most true indeed. Most marvelous and most in love. I cannot tell what this love can be that cometh to all but not to me. It cannot be kind as they'd imply, or why do these ladies sigh? It cannot be joy and rapture deep, or why do these gentle ladies weep? It cannot be blissful as 'tis said, or why are their eyes so wondrous red? Though everywhere true love I see, according to all but not to me, I cannot tell what this love may be. For they apply the night and day, for they sit sighing night and day. For she is light and she is gay. Of the gulf twixt them she is light and gay. Of the gulf twixt them she is light and gay. La 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 on misery. If love is a thorn, they show no wit, who foolishly hug and foster it. If love is a weed, how simple they who gather it day by day. If love is a nettle that makes you smart, then why do you wear it next your heart? And if it be none of these, say I, oh, why do you sit and sob and sigh? Though everywhere true love I see, according to all but not to me, I cannot tell what this love may be. For they apply the night and day, and they sit sighing night and day. For she is light and she is gay, and the gulf twixt them
she is blithe and gay, for she is blithe and gay.
If you have never loved, you have never known true happiness.
But the truly happy always seem to have so much on their minds. The truly happy never seem quite well.
There is a transcendentality of delirium, an acute accentuation of supremest ecstasy, which the earthy might easily mistake for indigestion. But it is not indigestion. It is aesthetic transfiguration. Enough of babble. Come.
But stay, I have some news for you. The 35th Dragoon Guards have halted in the village and are even now on their way to this very spot.
The 35th Dragoon Guards?
They are fleshly men of full habit. We care nothing for Dragoon Guards. But bless me, you were all engaged to them a year ago.
A year ago? My poor child, you don't understand these things. A year ago they were very well in our eyes. But since then, our tastes have been etherealized, our perceptions exalted. Come, it is time to lift up our voices in morning carol to our Reginald. Let us to his presence.
20 lovesick maidens weeping, lovesick all against our will. 20 years hence we shall be, 20 lovesick maidens sing. For we the soldiers of the Queen are linked in friendly tether. Upon the battle scene they fight and fall together. Let every mother's son prepare to fight and fall is the enemy of one, the enemy of all is the enemy of one, the enemy of all is.
Carry on, Major.
At ease, gentlemen!
If you want a receipt for that popular mystery known to the world as a heavy dragoon, take all the remarkable people in history, rattle them off to a popular tune. The pluck of Lord Nelson on board of the Victory, genius of Bismarck devising a plan, the humor of feeling which sounds contradictory, coolness of Paget about the trip pan. The science of Julian, the eminent musical wit of Macaulay, who wrote of Queen Anne, the pathos of Paddy as rendered by Boucicault, style of the Bishop of Sodder and Man, the dash of a Dorsey, divested of quackery, narrative powers of Dickens or Thackeray, Victor Emmanuel, Peaconting Peveril, Thomas Aquinas and Dr. Sacheverell, Tupper and Tennyson, Daniel Defoe, Anthony Trollope and Mr. Geese. And a heavy dragoon is the If you want a receipt for that soldier like Paragon, get at the wealth of the Tsar if you can. The family pride of a Spaniard from Aragon, force of Mephisto pronouncing a pan. A smack of Lord Waterford, reckless and rollicky, swagger of Roderick, heading his clan, the keen penetration of Paddington Pollocky, grace of an orderly, scorned divan, the genius strategic of Caesar or Hannibal, skill of Sir Garnet thrashing a cannibal, flavour of Hamlet, the stranger a touch of him, little of Manfred, but not very much of him, Beadle of Burlington, Richardson Show, Mr. Micawber and Madame Tussauds. Take these elements, all irrefutable, and the heavy dragoon is a once more on the scene of our former triumphs. But where's the Duke?
Oh, here I am.
Come, cheer up. Don't give way.
Oh, for that, I'm as cheerful as the poor devil can be expected to be, who has the misfortune to be a duke with 1,000 a day.
Most men would envy you.
Envy me? Tell me, Major, are you fond of toffee?
Very. We're all fond of toffee. We are! Carry on, Major. Sir!
Yes, and toffee, in moderation, is a capital thing. But to live on toffee, toffee for breakfast, toffee for dinner, toffee for tea, toffee suppose that you care for nothing but toffee, how would you like that, eh?
I can quite believe that under those circumstances, even toffee would become monotonous.
Yeah! For toffee, read flattery, adulation, and abject deference, carried to such a pitch that I began at last to think that man was born bent at an angle of 45 degrees. Great heavens, what is there to adulate in me? Am I particularly intelligent? Or remarkably studious? Or excruciatingly witty? Or unusually accomplished? Or exceptionally virtuous?
You're about as commonplace a young man as ever I saw. You are!
Exactly. That's it exactly. That describes me to a T. Thank you all very much. Well, I couldn't stand it any longer, so I joined this second-class cavalry regiment. In the army, thought I shall be occasionally snubbed, perhaps even bullied. Who knows? The thought was a rapture. And here I am.
Yes, and here are the ladies.
But who is the gentleman with the long hair?
I don't know.
He seems popular.
He does seem popular.
Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this melancholy literary man. Instead of smiling, peering at us, casting looks and peering at us, blushing at us, flirting with a man. They're actually sneering at us, waving at us, cheering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, waving at us, cheering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man.
Young and wealthy
Though my book I seem to scan in a rapt, ecstatic way, like a literary man who despises female clay. I hear plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they.
Here's plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they.
Oh, so excellently wise, for a moment mortal we, deign to raise thy purple eyes from thy heart-drawn poesy. 20 lovesick maidens see, each is kneeling on her knee. 20 lovesick maidens see, each is kneeling on her knee.
Though, as I remarked before, anyone convinced would be that some transcendental law is monopolizing me. Round the corner I can see each is kneeling on her knee.
Round the corner he can see, each is kneeling on her knee. No, is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A lot of this absurdity, ridiculous, preposterous, explain it if you can. No, is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A lot of this absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and more, spend it on his literary man. Instead of slowly feeling that the scrapping books and daily, rushing at us, lurking in the plan.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, sir, leave us. Our minds are but ill-tuned to light love talk.
But what in the world has come over you all?
Bunthorne, he has come over us. He has come among us, and he has idealized us.
Has he succeeded in idealizing you?
He has.
Good old Bunthorne.
My eyes are open. I droop despairingly. I am soulfully intense. I am limp. And I cling.
Finished! At last! Finished!
Are you better now?
Yes. Oh, it's you. Yes, I am better now. The poem is finished, and my soul has gone out into it. That was all. It is nothing worth mentioning. It occurs 3 times a day. Ah, Patience! Dear Patience!
Will it please you? Read it to us, sir. This we supplicate.
Shall I? No! I will read it if you bid me.
You can if you like.
It is a wild, weird, fleshly thing, yet very yearning, very tender, very precious. It is called Oh, Hollow, Hollow, Hollow.
Is it a hunting song?
Hunting song? No, it is not a hunting song. It is the wail of the poet's heart on discovering that everything is commonplace. To understand it, cling passionately to one another and think of faint limbs. Good. Oh, hollow, hollow, hollow. What time the poet hath hymned the writhing maid, lithe-limbed, quivering on amaranthine asphodel. How can he paint her woes, knowing, as well he knows, that all can be set right with calomel? When from the poet's plinth the amorous colocynth yearns for the aloe, faint with rapturous thrills, how can he hymn their throes, knowing, as well he knows, that they are only uncompounded pills? Is it, and can it be, nature hath this decree? Nothing poetic in the world shall dwell, or that in all her works something poetic lurks, even in colocynth and calomel. I cannot tell.
How purely fragrant, how earnestly precious.
Well, it seems to me to be nonsense.
Hear, hear!
Nonsense? Yes, perhaps. But oh, what precious nonsense.
This is all very well, but you seem to forget that you are engaged to us.
Oh, it can never be. You are not Empyrean. You are not Delacroscan. You are not even early English. Oh, be early English, ere it is too late.
Red and yellow, primary colors. Oh, South Kensington.
We didn't design our uniforms, but we don't see how they could be improved.
No, you wouldn't. Still, there is a cobwebby grey velvet with a tender bloom like cold gravy, which made Florentine 14th century, trimmed with Venetian leather and Spanish altar lace, and surmounted by something Japanese, it matters not what, would at least be early English. Come, maidens.
Gentlemen, this is an insult to the British uniform. A uniform that has been as successful in the courts of Venus as on the field of Mars. When I first put this uniform on, I said as I looked in the glass, it's 1 to 1,000,000 that any civilian my figure and form will surpass. Gold lace has a charm for the fair, and I've plenty of that and to spare, while a lover's professions when up and in Hessians are eloquent everywhere. A fact that I counted upon when I first put this uniform on.
A simple coincidence you could never have counted upon. The same thing occurred to me when I first put this uniform on.
I said when I first put it on, it is plain to the various dance that every beauty will feel it a duty to yield to its glamour at once. They will see that I'm freely gold-laced, in a uniform handsome and chaste, but the peripatetics of long-haired ascetics are very much more to their taste, which I did not counted upon when I first put this uniform on.
A simple coincidence you could never have counted upon. I didn't anticipate that when I first put this uniform on. Company, left, turn! Right to left, double! Left, right, 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 left, right.
Am I alone and unobserved? I am. pathetic sham. This air severe is but a mere veneer. This cynic smile is but a while of guile. This costume chaste is but good taste, misplaced. Let me confess, a languid love for lilies does not blight me. Lank limbs and haggard cheeks do not delight me. I do not care for dirty greens by any means. I do not long for all one sees that's Japanese. I am not fond of uttering platitudes in stained glass attitudes. In short, my medievalism's affectation, born of a morbid love of admiration. If you're anxious for to shine in the high aesthetic line as a man of culture rare, you must get up all the germs of the transcendental terms and plant them everywhere. You must lie upon the daisies and discourse the novel phrases of your complicated state of mind. The meaning doesn't matter if it's only idle chatter of a transcendental kind. And everyone will say, as you walk your mystic way, if this young man expresses himself in terms too deep for me, why, what a very singularly deep young man this deep young man must be. Be eloquent in praise of the very dull old days which have long since passed away, and convince them if you can the reign of good Queen Anne was culture's palmiest day. Of course you will pooh-pooh whatever's fresh and new and declare it's crude and mean, for art stopped short in the cultivated court of the Empress Josephine. And everyone will say, as you walk your mystic way, if that's not good enough for him, which is good enough for me, why, what a very cultivated kind of youth this kind of youth must be. Then a sentimental passion of a vegetable fashion must excite your languid spleen. An attachment a la Pedro to a bashful young potato or a not too French bean. Though the Philistines will jostle, you will rank us in a parcel in the high aesthetic band. If you walk down Piccadilly with a poppy or a lily in your medieval hand. And everyone will say, as you walk your flowery way, if he is content with a vegetable love, which would certainly not suit me, why, what a most particularly pure young man this pure young man must be. Patience! Come hither. I'm pleased with thee. The bitter-hearted one who finds all else hollow is pleased with thee, for you are not hollow, are you?
No, thanks. I've had me dinner. But I beg your pardon, I interrupt you.
A life is made up of interruptions. The tortured soul, yearning for solitude, writhes under them. Oh, but my heart is weary. Oh, I'm a cursed thing. Don't go.
Really, I'm very sorry.
Tell me, girl, do you ever yearn?
I yearn my living?
No. Do you know what it is to be heart hungry? Do you know what it is to yearn for the indefinable, and yet to be brought face to face daily with the multiplication table? Do you know what it is to seek for oceans and to find puddles? To long for whirlwinds, and yet to have to do the best you can with the bellows? That's my case. Oh, I'm a cursed thing. Don't go.
If you please, I don't understand you. You frighten me.
Oh, don't be frightened. It's only poetry.
Well, if that's poetry, I don't like poetry.
Don't you? Can I trust her? Patience! You don't like poetry? Then between you and me, I don't like poetry. It's hollow, unsubstantial, unsatisfactory. What's the use of yearning for Elysian fields when you know you can't get them and would only let them out on building leases if you had them?
Sir!
Patience! I have long loved you. Let me tell you a secret. I'm not as bilious as I look. If you like, I will cut my hair. There is more innocent fun within me than a casual spectator would imagine. You've never seen me frolicsome. Be a good girl, a very good girl, and one day you shall. If you're fond of touch and go jocularity, this is the shop for it.
Sir, I will speak plainly. In the matter of love, I am untaught. I have never loved but my great aunt. But I am quite certain that under any circumstances, I couldn't possibly love you.
Oh. You think not?
I'm quite sure of it. Quite sure. Quite.
Very good. Life is henceforth a blank. I don't care what becomes of me. I only ask that you do not abuse my confidence. Though you despise me, I am extremely popular with the other young ladies.
And I only ask that you leave me alone and never renew the subject.
Certainly. Broken-hearted and desolate, I go. Oh, to be wafted away from this black amalgama of sorrow, where the dust of an earthy today is the earth of a dusty tomorrow. It's a little thing of my own. I call it heart foam. I shall not publish it. Farewell, Patience. Patience! Farewell!
What on earth does it all mean? Why does he love me? Why does he expect me to love him? He's not a relation. It frightens me.
Why, Patience, what is the matter?
Oh, Lady Angela, tell me two things. Firstly, what on earth is this love that upsets everybody? And secondly, how is it to be distinguished from insanity?
Oh, poor blind child. Oh, forgive her, Eros. Why, love is of all passions the most essential. It is the embodiment of purity, the abstraction of refinement. It is the one unselfish emotion in this whirlpool of grasping greed.
Oh, dear!
Oh, why are you crying?
To think I have lived all these years without having experienced this ennobling and unselfish passion. Why, what a wicked girl I must be. For it is unselfish, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Love that is tainted with selfishness is no love. Oh, try to love. It really isn't difficult if you give your whole mind to it.
I'll set about it at once. I won't go to bed until I'm head over ears in love with somebody.
Noble girl. But is it possible that you have never loved anybody?
Oh, yes, one. Oh, my great aunt.
Great aunts don't count.
Then there's nobody. At least, no, nobody. Not since I was a baby. But that doesn't count either, I suppose.
I don't know. Tell me all about it.
Long years ago, 14 maybe, when but a tiny babe afar, another baby played with me, my elder by a year or more. A little child of beauty rare, with marvelous eyes and wondrous hair, who in my child I seem to me, all that a little child should be. Oh, how we loved that child and I, how pure our baby joy, how true our love, and by the by, he was a little boy. Old tale of Cupid's touch. I thought as much. He was a little boy. Pray don't be misconstrue what I say. Remember, pray, he was a little boy. Don't, yet spite of all your pains, the interesting fact remains, he was a little boy. In spite of all my pains, the interesting fact remains, he was a little boy. He was a little boy. It's perfectly dreadful to think of the appalling state I must be in. I had no idea that love was a duty. No wonder they all seem so unhappy. Upon my word, I hardly like to associate with myself. I don't think I'm respectable. I'll go at once and fall in love with a stranger.
Prithee, pretty maiden, prithee tell me true. Hey, but I'm truthful, willow, waly. Have you e'er a lover dangling after you? Hey, willow, waly, oh. I would fain discover if you have a lover. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
Gentle sir, my heart is frolicsome and free. Hey, but is doleful, willow, waly. Nobody I care for comes a courting me. Hey, willow, waly, oh. Nobody I care for comes a courting, therefore. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
Prithee, pretty maiden, will you marry me? Hey, but I'm truthful, willow, waly. I may say at once, I'm a man of property. Hey, willow, waly, oh. Money, I despise it, many people prize it. Hey, willow, waly, oh.
Gentle sir, alone to marry I design. Hey, but do not know you.
Patience! Can it be that you don't recognize me?
Recognize you? No, indeed I don't.
Have 15 years so greatly changed me?
15 years? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten the friend of your youth? Your little playfellow? You're Archibald!
Archibald! Is it possible? Why, let me look. It is! It is! It must be! Oh, how happy I am! I thought we should never meet again. And how you've grown.
Yes, Patience. I am much taller and much stronger than I was.
And how you've improved.
Yes, Patience. I am very beautiful.
But surely that doesn't make you unhappy.
Yes, Patience. Gifted as I am with a beauty which probably has not its rival on earth, I am, nevertheless, utterly and completely miserable.
Oh, but why?
My child love for you has never faded. Conceive then the horror of my situation when I tell you that it is my hideous destiny to be madly loved at first sight by every woman I come across.
Oh, why do you make yourself so picturesque? Why not disguise yourself, disfigure yourself, anything to escape this persecution?
No, Patience, that may not be. These gifts, irksome as they are, were given to me for the enjoyment and delectation of my fellow creatures. I am a trustee for beauty, and it is my duty to see that the conditions of my trust are faithfully discharged.
And you, too, are a poet.
Yes, I am the apostle of simplicity. I am called Archibald the All-Right. For I am infallible.
And is it possible that you condescend to love such a girl as I?
Yes, Patience, is it not strange? I have loved you with a Florentine 14th century frenzy for full 15 years.
Marvelous! I have hitherto been deaf to the voice of love. I seem now to know what love is. It has been revealed to me. It is Archibald Grosvenor.
Yes, Patience, it is.
We will never part.
We will live and die together.
I swear it.
We both swear it.
Oh! But oh, horror!
What's the matter?
Why, you are perfection. A source of endless ecstasy to all who know you.
I know I am. Well?
Then, bless my heart, there can be nothing unselfish in loving you.
Merciful powers, I never thought of that.
To monopolize those features on which all women love to linger, it would be unpardonable.
Why, so it would. Oh, fatal perfection. Again you interpose between me and my happiness.
Oh, if you were but a thought less beautiful than you are.
Would that I were. But candor compels me to admit that I am not.
Our duty is clear. We must part, and forever.
Oh, misery. And yet I cannot question the propriety of your decision. Farewell, Patience.
Farewell, Archibald. But stay!
Yes, Patience.
Although I may not love you, for you are perfection, there is nothing to prevent your loving me. I am plain, homely, unattractive.
Why, that's true.
The love of such a man as you for such a girl as I must be unselfish.
Unselfishness itself. Oh.
Though to marry you would very selfish be.
Hey, but I'm told full will, oh, waly.
You'll make all the same good
all the world ignoring, will go on adoring.
Sacrificial by sentence judicial, this seems the initial, then why don't you run?
They cannot have led you to hang or behead you, nor may they all wed you, unfortunate one.
Then tell us, we pray you, why thus they array you, for poet, now say you, what is it you've done?
Heartbroken at my patience's barbarity, by the advice of my solicitor, in aid of a deserving charity, I've put myself up to be raffled for.
By the advice of his solicitor, he's put himself up to be raffled for.
Urged by his solicitor, he's put himself up to be raffled for. He just curse on his solicitor. A just curse on his solicitor.
Unless he
A curse
on his
on his solicitor.
Stay, we implore you, before our homes are blighted. You see before you the men to whom you're plighted.
Stay loyal, to us your plighted, to be united. Stay with God you.
Your maiden hearts do not but still to pity's eloquent appeal. Such conduct British soldiers feel. Sigh, sigh, all sigh. To foemen still we rarely see a British soldier bend the knee, yet one and all they kneel to ye. Kneel, kneel, all kneel. Our soldiers very seldom cry, and yet I need not tell you why. A teardrop yours, its martial eye. Weep, weep, all weep.
Soldiers very seldom cry, and yet we need not tell us why.
A teardrop yours, its martial eye.
Weep, weep, all
Come walk up and purchase with avidity. Overcome your diffidence and natural timidity. Tickets for the raffle should be purchased with avidity. Put in half a guinea and a husband you may gain. Early Oriental down to modern cottery. Put in half a guinea, you may draw him in the lottery. Such an opportunity may not occur again.
Such a judge of blue and white and other kinds of pottery, from early Oriental down to modern terracottery. Put in half a guinea, you may draw him in a lottery. Such an opportunity may not occur again.
We beat all over, but we don't care, but we don't care. This wish you to see, no doubt of it, as good as ever came out of it. And someday we shall get our share. So we don't care, so we don't care.
And are you going a ticket for to buy?
Most certainly I am. Why shouldn't I?
Oh, fortune, this is hard. Blindfold your eyes. 2 minutes will decide who wins the prize. Come, Lady Jane, I pray you draw the first.
He loves me best.
I want to know the worst.
Hold, stay your hand.
What means this interference on this bold girl? I pray you make appearance.
Away with you, and to your milk pails go.
She wants a ticket. Take it now.
If there be pardon in your breast for this poor penitent, who every boastful thought oppressed sincerely doth repent, if you with one so lowly still desire to be allied, then you will be, for I will be your bride.
For many and many a week she's loved me fondly, but has feared to speak. But nature, for restraint too mighty far, has burst the bonds of art, and here we are.
Oh, Mr. Bunthorne, no, you're wrong again. Permit me, I'll endeavor to explain.
Exactly so.
From every selfish fancy free.
Exactly so.
No idle thought of gain or joy. A maiden's fancy should employ. Love must be without alloy.
Exactly so.
Imposture to contempt must lead.
Exactly so.
Blind vanity's dissension see.
Exactly so.
It follows then a maiden who devotes herself to loving you is prompted by no selfish view. Is prompted by no selfish view.
Exactly so.
Are you resolved to wed this shameless one? Is there no chance for any other?
None.
I hear the soft note of the airy voice of an
and whose tastes are pure.
Aesthetic! He is aesthetic!
Yes, yes, I am aesthetic and poetic.
Then we love